Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.
If you know the show. And we've got a new poll question that we're working on this afternoon. Currently, right now, wrapping up our poll question brought to you by Justin Stearns at Assist Home Loans. And we were asking you if you watched the inauguration. 60% of people are saying no, it wasn't interesting to me. I thought it was pretty interesting. 40% of people say yes, make America great again. It was interesting. There was all kinds of aspects to it. And we'll get to some of those different things that happened during the inauguration. Yesterday, the speech was pretty good. I was like, well, I don't know. Was that one of the better speeches ever given at an inauguration? I mean, there was, hey, we're gonna kick ass and take names. I mean, it was. Yeah.
I mean, whether you agree with it or not, I think it's kind of the spirit.
How do you not agree with winning? I don't understand how you agree with safety and winning. Safety.
I have no idea. I have no idea why the people that disagree with it. But there are people as is.
We shouldn't be number one. We should be like 5. Let everybody else be number one. We'll be like 4, maybe 4. I don't know.
But I think it's the spirit. The spirit of the speech was something that we need. We need to get back to, okay, let's be as efficient as we possibly can, not inefficient for the sake of a few people.
We do have our friend Brian standing by on the phone. Good morning, Brian. What do you got?
Without looking it up, do you know what kind of fire extinguisher they use to put out electronic fires? Neither does Moss Landing.
Oh, damn. That's true. So you can't probably just dump a bunch of ocean water on it.
No, you cannot. No, they'll get super angry about that. The fire itself will be very upset. So why are they? I don't know. I honestly don't know how they put out these crazy fires and stuff. I assume that that's something that they would have in the plan before they install them.
Yeah.
I know they have heavy regulations on, like, if a crisis happens at a nuclear facility, and say there's an example like where there's a crisis and a natural disaster knocks out that emergency plan's parts or something, so you end up like with a Fukushima. But Moss Landing didn't have a natural disaster, and that's the same company that wants to put one in Morro Bay. So can you picture the postcard from the picturesque dog park looking at the stacks with flames behind it, and it says, Morro Bay, the price we pay?
You're a poet. You're a poet, Brian. Good work.
I do what I can.
KSBY is so mad that you're not on their staff right now.
Oh, I would do an unpaid intern for them.
Yeah, maybe you could have covered that fire in Price Canyon this morning. They didn't even bring it up once. I was like, dude, they shut down Price Canyon Road and they didn't even bring it up once. They're talking about fire weather today down south. And I'm like, there's one right, I think you could throw a softball from your studio. Maybe not, but.
Well, they can't. They don't know what the narrative spin is for that fire yet, Jeremy. It hasn't come through the corporate yet. Can we blame the oil field?
How do we put this on Trump and his executive orders?
The day after Trump is inaugurated, California is on fire. That's what we're going with. That's what.
From multiple angles and sources, and yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. And the whole thing with like the whole Tesla's burning down in LA. Aren't these like automated? Can't you do like, oh yeah, I'll meet at the Coliseum, and they just leave the houses?
Yeah.
They just a whole army of Teslas leave a wildfire area and meet at Long Beach. I don't know.
But yeah, nobody had the foresight for that.
And, of course not.
But there should be something in place later on, right? Get the Teslas out of there. Yeah, I know. It's all we're moving too fast. I think the one thing that this tells us is that we're just moving too fast towards all this stuff, and we need to pump the brakes.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, maybe leaving the
wasn't
climate accord and all that stuff yesterday might help out
hopefully. Wasn't that like the Steve Jobs? Wasn't that like the Steve Jobs Apple slogan, move fast and break things?
And he was there. He was there yesterday. So watch out.
I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens.
I mean, it's kind of funny that Tim Cook wasn't looking down Lauren Sanchez's shirt, but then I realized who Tim Cook was, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why he's not looking down her shirt.
Exactly. How about that picture? That's pretty funny, huh?
Yeah, he doesn't care as much as Zuck does.
My favorite moment yesterday is this photo. It's like whoever took that photo, money, of Mark Zuckerberg looking down Jeff Bezos' girlfriend's shirt. What is she got her shirt open? And is that a bra? See, I don't know women's fashion that well. My wife doesn't wear like her bra hanging out. It looked like she just unbuttoned her shirt and had her bra hanging out there. But maybe that was on purpose. You know what I mean? Maybe that was part of the outfit.
It was. It was definitely part of the outfit. It was definitely. Like you watched the speech. I watched all the pomp and all that stuff ahead of time of the people coming in.
She was just trying to make America sexy again. Listen, it was Donald Trump's inauguration. She was trying to make it. So maybe she didn't want to wear the business suit like all the other women did, up to their neck. I'm glad it was her, not Hillary. I mean, there could have been, actually, no, that would have been really funny too. But if you missed the photo,
it was immediately like
when she walked at Jeff and Jeremy. You could see
when she walked in. When she walked in, she was like, everybody's like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. I mean, it was full on lingerie that was underneath like something that can be, I guess, a women's sports coat is what she was wearing. And she was wearing a big poofy jacket that was covering it all. She took off the poofy jacket and there it was on display for everybody. And
I thought we had it tagged on our page. I don't see it.
No, there are pictures of Doug Emhoff and Bill Clinton ogling Carrie Underwood when I have newfound respect for Carrie Underwood. So there was a glitch that took place.
I didn't see it live. Yeah. So
what happened was a glitch happened, and she was supposed to sing with a recording of the Armed Forces Choir, "America the Beautiful," and it started to play, and then it stopped, and then there was something wrong.
Kind of like how we just went off the air like a half hour ago,
yes,
just in the middle of a sentence when we have no idea what happened there. I actually have tape of that. So since I didn't hear it, let's listen to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing "America the Beautiful," please welcome the Armed Forces Chorus and Carrie Underwood.
Oh, that was quick. So that was the glitch.
That's all you got, and then everybody's kind of awkwardly standing around waiting for him to restart the tape, and tape's not restarting, and then some guy comes over and like crouches down and like walking in that like hunched over thing, and he like
over there.
He taps her, and he says something to her that he runs off, and then she goes, okay, you guys all know the words. Go ahead and sing along with me if you know what it is. And because it was a cappella, it registered, it, as the kids like to say, it hit so much harder.
It had Riz?
It had big time Riz. I mean, and everybody not everybody in the chamber, but most people in the chamber started singing along with. I don't know.
That's cool.
How are you when people ask you to sing along at something? Do you always join in? I never.
I've been to church like you do. Yeah. Like you do at church where you sing.
I never do.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. I'm not a great singer, and I don't want to, but I'm also a loud person, so I purposely try to mute my level a little bit. But I definitely am singing along, even if it's almost a whisper. I don't want to be the one that was standing there not singing when everybody else was. Like, what? Are you too good to sing?
I know. I'm afraid I'm going to be that person.
Mouth the words, right?
But I also know that I'm a really bad singer, and I don't want to throw the whole thing off. You know.
You know the words. Help me out here. Oh, beautiful. For spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain.
pretty good.
It was incredible.
That's
I
really great.
got
really
goosebumps, and I don't typically get goosebumps to stuff I'm watching on TV.
I just did. It's
It was pretty cool.
All right. Well, there it is.
And
Let's
then
take a break, and we'll
if you
come
want to
back.
see
We'll
more
talk
creeps from people in Washington, Doug Emhoff and Bill Clinton still shots of them checking her out, and Doug Emhoff clearly checking out.
She's just looking at her. Everybody's looking at her. She's singing.
No. He is like on that second picture. He is looking down. He is looking down. It is ridiculous.
I just don't ever look at me if an attractive woman walks into the room, and you better keep your phone down. I don't want to be your next victim.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
I went 0 for 4 this week in the Red Zone Challenge. My season is officially done. After there's no coming back. There's no painting a picture.
Yeah, you were trying to be bold.
I was bold, and it bit me. It bit me
Let's
big.
see.
I think I'm going to finish in last place. I think I'm going to finish in last place on the experts panel.
Oh, I went one, or I should say, Chris Jones went 3-1. So he wins $50 to the poorhouse because Kansas City won,
Chris.
Buffalo won. Buffalo did win, correct? Yes, they did win.
Yes.
I know Philly won and Detroit. I mean, we haven't even talked about this. I mean, what the hell? I mean, come on. I had him picked to win the Super Bowl. What happened?
Yeah, my Super Bowl pick of Lions and Texans not coming through. That happened on Saturday, and I was like, "Oh, this is not good," because I picked the underdogs in both the Sunday games. It panned out that way, 0-4. I looked at it, and when I made my picks, I was like, "God, I'm picking 3 road teams this weekend, and usually only one road team will win, and that's what happened. And I didn't pick that team, and that was the Commanders. Big for Washington D.C. I'm rooting for the Commanders. Yeah. I am rooting for the Commanders. That is a fun team to watch. That game on now. Detroit did Detroit things and shot themselves in the foot, and really figured out a way to lose that game. I don't know what the hell they were thinking when they were down by a touchdown and having Jamison Williams throw passes deep downfield. That was the dumbest interception I'd ever seen in my life, or the worst decision I'd ever seen in my life. And they deserved to lose that game. The Detroit Lions did. They deserved to lose that game because they not only played a team that was just as good as they were, but they made dumb decisions. And I don't know. And they're talking about Ben Johnson being a coach somewhere else, Chicago or Oakland or somewhere else, and he's the one that made that decision. He's the offensive coordinator. You know, oh yeah, let's have Jameson throw it. They'll really throw him off guard. Nope.
Wow, check this out. This is. I mean, this is why you stay to the end of the game, folks. This is why you stay to the end of the game. This is how the experts panel sits. Guess who made it to 500? Hey-oh! I am now 32-32. Leslie goes 3-1. She's at 36-29. Patrick, a rough week. The only game he got right was KC. Other than that, he goes 1-3. Now he's at 35-29. I'm at 32-32, and you are at 29-35 with no chance to come back. Like you said.
No chance to even get above 500.
Stay to the end. Chris Jones, you're a big winner. $50 to the poorhouse and $50 off your next service from Be Right There Heating and Air. Rowena, you also won this week, $25 to the poorhouse, and you get that free tune-up valued at like $150 from Be Right There Heating and Air. They come out, they check out your system, place your filter. Call theb.com to find out more. Don't forget our grand prize winner winning that really cool Wi-Fi thermostat, as well as $1,000, a flat screen TV, and soundbar from Coast Electronics. So you can play at KZOZ.com.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOZ.com.
Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the Slow County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 01111 911.